Hey guys, welcome everybody to Beyond Bricks. I'm your host, Kevin Stewart, and I am excited to be with you guys today. I'm having a great week. I am really enjoying the week that I've been blessed with. I have just had one of those weeks. We had some great weather here in Michigan. For those of you who don't know, I live in Rochester, Michigan, small town. We kind of call it the Norse Christmas USA. It's an amazing place to live. I absolutely love this community. I love the people in the community. I love everything about it. I really do love it. But one downside is, guys, we get some snow here. We get some snow in Michigan. And this year has been an incredibly mild winter. In fact, one of the more mild winters that I can think of. And now, goodness, I hope I'm not jinxing it, but we're coming up on St. Patrick's Day here in Michigan, which is, I've always felt it's kind of like the kickoff to spring. It's when I really feel like, holy cow, we have turned a corner. It's now spring. Let's go. Let's get into the summer months. Let's get into my favorite time of year. Let's get to the point where I can go outside and play some golf. Goodness, guys, I love being outside and playing golf. Absolutely one of my favorite pastimes. I love being out with friends. I love the experiences I get to share. I love the times that I've had. Some of my best memories in my life are shared on a golf course with some of the best people that I know. So I am super excited this week because it has felt like spring the entire week. I have enjoyed the weather. I'm someone who really gets a lot of energy off of the sun, gets a lot of energy off of nice warm days. And I think that part of why I appreciate it so much is because I don't always have it. I think there's an appreciation that I get because I live in Michigan for how great the summers are. I think if I had this year around, I wouldn't really appreciate it as much. I don't believe I would, but I love the transitional time in Michigan. Guys, I get excited when we transition into fall. I get excited again. I mean, there's something about that change that is super exciting for me. So it got me thinking, and what I want to share with you guys today is I want to talk about the seasons. And I want to talk about how the seasons have a direct correlation to the way we live our life and the way we conduct our business and the way we conduct how we operate inside of our business. Because I think that we have four definitive seasons. We have four things that we have to do inside our business. Now, for those listening out there, these could be different based on what you do for a living. They absolutely could. I can tell you they land very, very seasonal for me as a real estate professional, as a real estate broker, as someone who works inside a seasonal state, that these things can run pretty true. But I do believe that these four things become very important for anybody out there that's working in any type of space, especially any type of professional environment. So, and these are our levels. These are four levels of purpose. That's what I'm going to call them. The four levels of purpose that we have, and the four levels and things that we have to do in order to progress throughout the course of our career, not only in the year, but also in the progress of life in our career as a whole. So the first part, let's start right where we're at right now. Let's start as spring. Spring just started. So it's now officially spring. What is spring to me inside of this? So spring is the time where we plant. Let's think about a farm. I'm gonna use this farm analogy throughout this conversation. And in the spring, that's when you plant. That's when you go outside and you're putting down the seeds. You're tilling back the soil. You're preparing the soil. You're getting it ready. And you're planting all of the seeds. And you're putting things into the dirt that eventually are going to grow. Now, are you really reaping a lot of reward during that time? Not necessarily. But what you're doing is you're putting down the seeds that are going to create the roots that are going to grow into these beautiful, beautiful plants and these beautiful crops that you're then going to be able to use down the road in your life. So the first phase, that first level of purpose is you have to plant. You have to set down your planted purpose. If you've been listening and following this podcast, our planted purposes are non-negotiables. It's the foundational things that you have set into your life. For me, it's the 37, the power of 37, the three things of the types, personalities of people that I have to surround myself to bring myself energy. And then the 7 characteristics of the things that I am just not willing to negotiate on anymore. They're non-negotiable for me. These are things that I will do, and the people I surround myself will be bought into. That's part of the planting season. What are you planting? What are the roots that you're putting down to say, look, this is who I am, this is what I do, and this is how I do it? Inside your business, what are the things that you're planting in the ground today that are going to come to fruition down the road? In the real estate business, these are the things, these are the phone calls we're making, the relationships we're building, the things that we're doing every single day that don't necessarily show up on the bottom line today, but they're the things that are going to show up down the road. Because if we don't ever plant the seeds, we're never going to get the plants. We're never going to get the crops. We're never going to get to that season. So the first thing you have to do is you have to set down and you have to plant your foundation. That's the very first level of purpose, the first thing you have to do. Now, the second thing you have to do is come summertime, you got to protect. You have to protect what you've put in the ground because during the summer, it's starting to grow. It's not ready yet, guys, but you got to protect what you've built. You have to put things around you that protect what you have set down. You have to put things that protect your non-negotiables. You have to surround yourself with individuals and people that are going to hold you accountable to the things that you've committed to. You have to go through that exercise. And every single day you have to be conscious of, am I protecting what I've put in the ground? Am I protecting the roots that I have put down? Who is protecting that? Am I in charge of that or is somebody else in charge of that? Who are the people that I've put in place? Guys, I can tell you, I need a lot of protection. I need a lot of people around me that are protecting me from myself because I'm a flawed person. I've said this to you and I'll always be real with you guys. I am not perfect. I am far, far from it, but I have gotten real. I have become very much self-aware of the things that I do and the things that I need to protect against. So what have I done? I put a lot of people in my life that I've made aware of those things, and I've made aware of my tendencies, and I've made them aware of the things to keep an eye out for. And then I've given them permission. I'm giving them permission to enter my life and be a part of my protection, to protect me against myself, because I have to be the best person I can be so that we all, anyone that's in my life can help be a part of and grow together. So I have to protect. Guys, summer is about protection. Summer inside the crops is you have to protect as you're growing. You have to protect what you've put down. That's the second level of purpose is you have to start protecting where you're going to go and what you're going to be and what you're going to do. Now, the third one, this is the one that gets pretty fun. This is when it starts to get exciting. We're coming into fall. What happens in fall? It's harvest season. That's when we get to see and start to reap the rewards. We get to go grab the farm equipment and pull the crops out and say, oh my goodness, look at what was built. Look at all these things. Look at what's happened. Inside the nature of our business, some of our busiest times and some of the busiest months we've ever had as a company have come in the late summer, early to mid-fall. Why? Because we planted a whole lot in the spring and we protected and we cultivated those relationships and those contacts throughout the course of the summer. And now we start seeing the benefits in the fall. I think that's common in a lot of businesses. I think that you see that after you've put in the work down the road, you start to see the benefits. And the harvest season is a lot of fun. The harvest season is an absolute blast. One of my absolute favorites. Why wouldn't it be? You get to see all the things that have come down from the hard labor that you've put in and the time, the energy, and the effort that you've put in to creating something. So that's that third level is the harvest season. It's the gathering season. It's a lot about growth. It's about seeing the growth that you've done and seeing the growth of what you've accomplished and starting to gather it and bring it together and say, oh my goodness, look at what's happening. This is amazing. Now we get into the fourth one. This is when it gets really great. The fourth level of purpose. This is the winter time. This is the reserve time. This is where you've accumulated and you have probably more than you really needed. So what are you doing is you're holding it in reserves, partially to get you through the next planting season potentially. Or maybe you're at the point in your career or the point in your life where you're ready to start giving it all away. Guys, I'm at the point in my life where I'm still in a planting season. I am still looking for extreme growth. I am still looking to be so much better than I am today. But I'm also at a point where I've come around a few seasons. I've been through this cycle a couple of times. So now that I've been through this, what is something that I'm putting into my routine? It's this right here. What we're doing right now is it's the ability to say, man, I got to start giving this away because I've been given so much. I've had people who had so much extra in their life that they gave it to me. They put it inside me. They planted inside me some great ideas and great knowledge and great things. So what have I dedicated myself to do? I've decided that I want to give that right back to you. I want to give over and I want to use the reserves and use the winter time to say, look, guys, I got enough here in my reserve. I got enough here. I'm going to keep growing, but come with me. Come and grow with me. So where are you inside this season? Where are you? And what do you need to focus on? Knowing that we're in spring right now, have you planted? Have you been focusing on planting enough? Are you putting down roots? Have you laid that foundation yet? I don't know. If you've planted that foundation, what are you doing to protect it? Who are the people you're surrounding yourself with? What types of individuals? Are you being honest about those individuals? Are there some people you may need to remove? Are there some people that you may need to have a tough conversation with? Be realistic with yourself, guys. What are you doing to protect what you're building? Maybe you're in a season where you're gathering. You've put a lot of work in, you've done some amazing things, and you're going, holy cow, my life is incredible. This is so cool. Man, I'll tell you what, I'm going to challenge you. Keep gathering. Keep gathering. Don't give up on that. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Grab as much as you can. Keep grabbing knowledge. Keep grabbing the things that are helping you grow and helping your business grow. Keep doing that. Or maybe are you in a season, are you at that end season where you're sitting back and you're going, wow, man, that gathering season was fun. And look at what's going on. I've got so much here in my life. Maybe you need to start giving it away too. Maybe you need to find someone. Maybe you need to go mentor someone. Maybe you need to go onto into a high school or into a college campus and say, hey, can I give away a little bit of knowledge here? Can I mentor someone? Do you guys have someone that I can get to know that I can maybe help through this journey? Because I've been through some cool stuff. Maybe it's the time, energy you're giving to your children. Maybe it's time to pass down a little more to them. What type of energy are you putting into your children? Guys, this same cycle can go into so many areas of your life. It can go into your business. What level are you at inside of your company, inside your business, and inside your vocation? What efforts are you putting in to plant, to take care of, to protect, to gather, and then to give away? How are you doing this? Because these are the 4 layers. These are what's going to provide you an incredible purpose and an amazing life that when you look back, and not just you, but down the road, how is someone going to talk about you? What are people going to say about the legacy and what you left behind on this earth? Because guys, we can't take it with us. We just can't. I can't take it with me. None of us can. We can't take it with us. So what are you doing while you're here to make sure that once you're gone, that you stay a little bit longer? What are the seeds that you've planted that you're leaving behind for the next generation? What are the things that you're doing to pass off and hand off to the next people that come behind you to make sure that they maybe don't make the same mistakes as you? What are you passing on to your children and your family? What are you giving to them? What are you instilling in them? What are you showing them by the actions that you do every day and the things that you commit yourself to? What are you doing? So that's the challenge I have for you guys today, is really take a deep look at where you're at in your life and say, man, do I need to back up a step? Do I need to slide through this season and start over? Do I need to take that field and do I need to replant something completely different? Am I building something on a foundation that I don't want anything to do with? Or are you on the right track? Are you on the right track saying, wow, I'm doing some things that are good? If you're in that season where you're protecting, or maybe you're still planting, keep planting. That's okay. Success does not come overnight. These types of things do not come instantaneously. They happen over long, long, long periods of time of getting 1% better every single day, focusing on things that make you a little bit better than you were yesterday. So what are you doing? What are the challenges and what are the things that you need to do in order to take your season to the next level? How do you progress to the next season and the next layer and level of purpose in your life? Identify where you're at and identify where you want to go. But along the way, guys, always remember, be yourself. I need you to be yourself. And you want to know what? The world needs you to be yourself. Have a good day, guys. Bye.